Hello, my name is Jody Scholes, and I'm your instructor for the MBLEx review course. Welcome. Wanted to pop in to this lesson about the integumentary system to just be super clear that we have some opportunities for you. You can join the Patreon community. You may have never heard of Patreon, but that's fine. It's simply a community where we're studying for the MBLEx review course. The link will be down below for you, but also you can just buy this class. If you want the full class on the integumentary and the lymph system, that's available for you for sale. So, wanted to just be clear about how you can get the full class. I'm glad you're enjoying the free content. Do consider becoming a member. We have memberships that start just at $25 a month. And what you get for the $25 a month is unlimited practice exams. I recommend that's our bronze membership. We have a silver membership too. That's at $49 a month. And with that, you get a deeper dive. You get all of the content for all of these live classes, plus a deeper dive into the online learning center. That's where you get unlimited practice exams and also 8 more full-length lectures and 8 quizzes. It's really a great value. How long will you be studying for the MBLEx? A month? Maybe 2 months? 3 months? Hey, it's pretty affordable, 49 bucks a month. We do have the gold membership, of course, if you'd like some one-on-one time with me. The gold membership is $99 a month, and it includes everything that the silver has and a one-to-one tutoring session with me for 75 minutes. Great value. All right. So again, my name is Jody Scholes. I want to thank you for taking the time to study for the MBLEx. It's a tough test, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So have a great study session, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. Enjoy the session. A reminder, you do need to finish the entire test within an hour and 50 minutes. If you do not finish the test, you cannot pass it. Not finishing is an automatic fail. Now, all of you are doing great with the timing on your tests. I just want to be clear of the rules and regulations of this test. Okay, so with that in mind, your test-taking strategy is to be prepared mentally for both 4 multiple answer questions and 3 multiple answer questions. They're slowly switching that over. Some states are moving faster than others. Be prepared mentally. Also be prepared that it's a computer adaptive test. That that computer is going to adapt and give you tougher questions as you're doing better. Okay, very good. Now that you know about the switchover from 4 answers to 3, and that the whole test is eventually going to be 3 answers. That's good news for us, right? Less answers to eliminate. That helps. It helps with cognitive load. It helps with timing. Yeah, so that's a good thing. Now you know that's coming. You're going to get some version of that with 4 and 3 answers. And you're also going to rest assured you're going to be able to stay calm when you see questions getting harder. It means you're doing better. Let's move into our learning for today. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to your study session, to another study session for the MBLEx review. A reminder, these are the different systems of the body. We'll be covering all of them Not today. We're going to focus on two today. We're focusing on the integumentary system and the lymphatic system. But as a reminder, we have 11 systems of the body. Some people say more because they'll make the reproductive system for males and females separate, but I put that all under one umbrella. So these are the systems that you will need to know, these 11 main systems of the body and you'll need to know anatomy, the structure and the function for these systems. But today, integumentary. Yes. So what is the integumentary system? It's the skin, the hair, and the nails. In animals, it's also the feathers and the hooves. So the skin and its accessory structures. Skin is the largest organ in the body, and it has several layers. Let's take a look at those layers, shall we? So we have three specific layers. The epidermis is layer one. That's what we see. The epidermis, epi, up. If someone has an allergic reaction or are allergic to bee stings, they may be carrying an EpiPen. An EpiPen brings them back up. An allergic reaction will bring them down. The EpiPen will bring them up. The epidermis is the top layer of our skin. The middle layer is the dermis. And then the final layer, the hypodermis, also called the subcutis, like subcutaneous fat. The hypodermis is the lower level of the three we're going to talk about today. So the hypodermis, a deeper layer of that, of the skin. Let's take a look at what happens at each layer of the skin. So we now know the structure. What is the function? What happens at each layer of the skin? Let's look at the epidermis. So the skin's role, the outside covering, is to protect the body. Not like the skeletal system protects the organs, but it protects us from bacteria, from dirty water, from playing. It keeps all of the outside pathogens, the outside bacteria, from immediately entering our body. That's the role it serves in protecting us. So protecting us from bacteria, it repels water. Otherwise, our fluid levels would be all off. But that epidermis, that very superficial layer, it also serves as our touch sensation. We'll get to that in a moment. Skin minimizes our loss of water, so it protects us from excess and minimizes our loss. We're going to look at sweating and other roles of the skin in the next layer. But it helps to thermoregulate, but the epidermis is what we're talking about right now. So the outside layers of the skin minimizes the loss of water, protects the underlying structures such as the blood vessels, the nerves. There's a few organs in there. And yeah, again, protection of the body, different kinds of damage. Also, we can get superficial cuts that don't impact our entire system. Another role of the skin, to be that first layer of defense. Okay. Dermis. Let's take a look at the dermis, the next layer. So we've got the epidermis. Next level down is the dermis. Easy to remember. So in this layer of the skin, this is where we get thermoregulation. This is what figures out if we're hot or if there's outside environmental factors. It helps to thermoregulate. This is also where we pick up a lot of our sensation. So we've got some superficial sensation, and then we've got some deeper sensation. Talk about that momentarily. This is where, if we have an allergic reaction, where histamine is produced, histocytes are produced. This is a layer that helps in shaping the skin. Fibroblasts are the primary cells in this layer of the skin. Let's take another deeper layer. Let's take a look at the deepest layer, and we'll come back to dermis in a moment, because I want to compare it to the hypodermis. So this is the hypodermis, the subcutis. This is where the subcutaneous fat lives. This is what insulates our body. This also is the layer that is the true shock absorber. So yes, the dermis acts as an initial shock absorber, but really that subcutaneous fat, that subcutis level, that hypodermis, the deepest level, hypo, remember from hyperthyroid, hypothyroid, hyperglycemic, hypoglycemic, hypodermis. Yeah. And this is the closest layer to any organs. That's also a nice cushion for some of our organs. This is where fat is stored. This is what serves as an attachment point for fascia. This is the subcutaneous level. And it helps with thermoregulation as well, but that's more so from the inside out. That thermoregulation from the outside in is the dermis. And those fat cells, as you know, as a woman, and maybe as a man too, we work hard at figuring out how to get our body to use up those stored fat cells, right? We're like, oh, I've got some stored fat cells. Those are energy reserves. And so we look at how to effectively exercise, effectively eat to help use up those fat cells. This is also the layer, the hypodermis, that produces hormones like leptin. Yeah. Got a few more things I want to talk with you about. Let's talk about the benefits of massage to the integumentary system. When a person gets massage, you may notice that sometimes their skin turns pink. That is a sign of increasing the skin temperature. That pink color is called hyperemia, but that's a benefit of massage. Hyperemia means there's fresh blood flowing into that tissue, the pink. It can improve the skin's condition, improving the skin's condition by sloughing off dead skin cells. Now, so we stimulate sebaceous gland production. So take a peek at this. Here's our hair follicle, and it is in the dermal layer. So if you're a dual licensed therapist, if you are a massage therapist and an esthetician, hair follicles, you've already learned, live in the dermis, the second layer. But look, that's also where our sweat glands live. It's also where our sebaceous glands live. I love this picture. So our sweat glands and our sebaceous glands are different. Yes. Now, the oil glands, the sebaceous glands, are linked directly to the hair follicles. Sweat glands have two areas of exit. They have their own little waterworks system, but they also waterworks off of the hair follicles. So they can emit sweat through the hair follicle or through the skin. Sebaceous glands work through the hair follicles. The benefits of massage is that it actually stimulates. That's another way it improves skin condition. Because when we think of oily skin, sometimes we think of, oh, that's a problem. I need to get a facial. I need to control my oily skin. Oil is good for your skin. It helps to moisturize it, and it's produced in that dermal layer. Massage will stimulate that oil production, that release of healthy oils. Yeah, to lubricate the skin, to keep that hair follicle, those hairs on the top of our head, from getting too dry. So, massage will improve the skin condition by moisturizing, exfoliating, increasing the elasticity of skin, especially after pregnancy. So, I do want to point out, let's see. So, we have a nice picture of the layers of skin here. The epidermis. We've talked about sebaceous and sweat glands. So, sebaceous glands and sweat glands living in that dermal layer. But you'll notice that hypodermis, that's where the blood and the nerves are located. So in that third layer of the skin, the deepest layer, the subcutaneous, the subcutis, that hypodermis, that's where the blood lives. In fact, sometimes elementary school kids will think it's such a treat to take a pin and put a pin through the epidermis layer of their skin. Ah, I know, curious kids. But there's no blood in the epidermis. You've actually got to go a little bit lower into the dermis to actually see blood flow. But the main arteries, the main veins are in that lowest level, the hypodermis. Okay, and you can see that clearly here. Got a little bit of blood up in here, but the main veins are in the hypodermis. And then we've got fascia, and then we've got muscle. But massage can improve the elasticity of skin. Yeah. So after weight loss, like after pregnancy or after gastric bypass or, after a significant weight loss, massage can help to improve the tone and texture of that skin. Let's take a look at some particular nerve endings that you may or may not have heard of. There are nerve endings called Meissner's corpuscles. So see how this looks like muscles? But it's corpuscles. This is found in the second layer, so in the dermal layer. And normally it's hairless skin, but there's different scientific. You don't need to know that it's hairless skin, but you do need to know it's in the second layer. So in your fingertips, in your palms, in your lips, in the soles of your feet, we all have these nerve endings called Meissner's corpuscles. I know, have you ever heard of these? Little nerve endings in the dermis. In fact, we can probably see them here. Not so much. Okay. Continuing on, what's their function? Meissner's corpuscles detect light touch. So yesterday I was like, oh, there was a hair. I couldn't find the hair. So that little texture change, light touch. Meissner's corpuscles are nerve endings in the integumentary system in the skin, in the dermal layer of the skin. And those are the ones that respond to the low frequency vibration. So ultrasound or massage. And these are the ones that they rapidly adapt. If there's an itch, as soon as you use your vibration of scratch, they'll stop firing. So a little itch, ooh, scratch. Brains process quickly, other brains process more slowly. Neither is better. But in this case, we like to acknowledge all styles of learning, all brain function. Again, not one is better than the other. Look at how long it took Ben Franklin to figure out electricity, Thomas Edison to invent the light bulb. They had to process. they had to go through a few times. But here we are, several hundred years later, talking about Ben Franklin and Thomas Edison. Look at the big brain on them. Okay, away we go. Which structure helps detect touch and pressure on the skin? A. Meissner's corpuscles. B. Sebaceous glands. C. Hair follicles. Which structure helps detect touch and pressure in the skin? A. Meissner's corpuscles. B. Sebaceous glands. C. Hair follicles. Let's get rid of one wrong answer. Maybe. Oh, no, I didn't get rid of the wrong answer. All right, we're just going to answer. 3, 2, 1, go. I did not eliminate a wrong answer because there's only 3 answers here. Some of your questions on the MBLEx will be only 3 answers. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. Lily, yes. Diane and Patricia, Lek, Carrie, yes. Miss V, good. Tia, Patithia, yes, good. Tanya and Tinker, yep, you got it. We just learned about this today. Best answer, Meissner's corpuscles. Now, do hair follicles help to create awareness? Yes, they do, but the nerve endings that are picking up those movements are the Meissner's corpuscles. Yes, Meissner's corpuscles responsible for light touch, and Pacinian corpuscles, deeper touch, it's detecting vibration and more hard pressure, soft pressure, Meissner's, and that's the best answer here. Next question. How does massage benefit the lymphatic system? Ooh. A, improves peristalsis. B, clams down fight or flight response. Should be calms down. Clams down. Calms down fight or flight response. C, reduces heart rate. D, improves body's ability to fight infection. We're looking for the best answer. How does massage benefit the lymphatic system? Let's get rid of one wrong answer. You may be saying, wait a minute, Jody. Massage reduces heart rate. Why is that answer wrong? Well, I will tell you, there are 4 right answers, but there's one specific that's the best answer. How does massage benefit the lymphatic system? A, improves peristalsis. B, calms down fight or flight. D, improves body's ability to fight infection. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. See what we got. Yes, Patithia. Oh, you weren't fooled. All right, Tinker High. Ms. V, you got it. Tanya, Diane, good. Tia. Carrie, good. Stephanie, good. Patricia, yes. Lek. All right. Best answers. You guys got it. D, improves the body's ability to fight infection. But you may say, but Jody, massage reduces heart rate. Massage calms down fight or flight. Massage improves peristalsis. Yes, it does. 100%. Sure does. None of those are the lymphatic system. How does massage benefit the lymphatic system? Was the question. All right. Pause here for a moment. Okay. Ready for your next question? What's this? Maybe. Yay! Our last question. All right. Great work today, you guys. We covered quite a bit of ground. Woo! Yeah, quite a bit of ground. Excellent work today. Yep, you nailed it. You did well. This was, we took a deeper dive into both the integumentary system and into the immune system. Very good. I am going to sign off on our recording for today by reminding you my name is Jody Scholes. I am your instructor for the MBLEx review course. Happy to have you here. Thanks so much for making time today. I'm going to hang out with this group and see if there's any further questions on the material we covered. But for now, signing off, saying again, thanks for being here. Thanks for committing. Thanks for setting the intention and following through to be a licensed massage therapist. The world needs you. Yeah. All right. See you soon.